Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Sam Colmeyer.
And I'm Taylor Musgrove. Let's take a look at the news. Bradley University joined the world in a global day of giving yesterday, which featured different challenges to encourage alumni and friends to donate. Last year, millions of people from about 98 countries participated in this Giving Tuesday and were successful in raising more than $177 million. This is the third year that Bradley has participated in the annual event, and with each year increasing in donations and participants.
Pi Beta Phi sorority went above raising donations, taking their helping hands into the Peoria community at the the Children's Hospital of Illinois. Determined to impact others and to help their philanthropy of the children's literacy, the girls of the sorority reached out to the Children's Hospital in Peoria to deliver Beanie Babies to children with the hopes of brightening their day with staying at the hospital. During their visit, the girls visited over 30 children over the span of 2 days. Though their application was originally declined, Member and Vice President of Event Planning Gabby Taxer tells us why she chose to pursue the hospital visit and helping the children.
It was an opportunity for me to really take a step back and say, what can I do? What can my sorority do to help others around us? Not just Bradley's school and our little bubble alone, but like going beyond that.
Pi Beta Phi continues to visit schools around the area every week and to read books to children throughout the school year. And students can look for future events next semester to get involved and help support children's literacy as well.
This year, Bradley University has been named a military-friendly school. This title is given to the top 15% of colleges and universities that do the most to honor their military service members and veterans and ensure their academic success. Bradley not only offers student veteran support services, but also provides resources and information that meets the needs of veterans and their families. The university has been chosen by Victory Media for their commitment to providing a supportive environment for all military students. Senior finance major Kelsey Vogt has been honored with this year's Student Laureate Award by Lincoln Academy of Illinois. And looking at all that she does, there's no surprise why. In the classroom alone, Kelsey stands out with a cumulative GPA of 3.96. Looking for a well-rounded individual, the Lincoln Academy searched for someone who was involved with campus and the community outside of the classroom. And it's safe to say that Kelsey Vogt is the perfect fit. Even as a busy senior, Kelsey serves as the Speaker of the Assembly for Student Senate, VP of Beta Gamma Sigma, Vice Chairman for SABRC, and so many more positions throughout organizations on campus, as well as participating on Homecoming Court this year. Kelsey tells how she first found out about the Laureate Award.
Tom Coy asked some involved students to nominate for the 2016 year, and so I nominated Charlie Barchett, who was ultimately then chosen. And so I found out that way, and it was a goal of mine to then try and get it for my senior year.
The chosen seniors of the award were honored with the Student Laureate Medallion as well as an education grant to help with their last semester in college. Well, next we'll check with Brad about this week's weather.
And see what's going on in the world of entertainment, so stick around.
Oh my goodness, that was the best party of the year.
I know, right?
It's getting late. I don't want to walk home alone.
Too bad we live in two separate directions.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Hey, I just wanted to call you so I don't have to walk home alone. It's so creepy out here. I thought I heard something, like someone following me. I'm gonna call you back.
Is anyone else enjoying this warmer weather?
I love it.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
It's kind of freaking me out because I was expecting like snow and some ice, and then I wake up and I walk outside and I'm like, let me go put some shorts on because it's really warm outside in Illinois. Speaking of this warm weather, if we look at our weather map for the Midwest, we can see that there's actually there's not much happening for us. We do have some cloud coverage that is going to be moving east on us from the Midwest. As you guys can also see, there is some cloud coverage that has developed in Indiana, but once again, that's just going to move further east, therefore it will not affect us at all. If we're taking a look at our weather map, though, we can see that we have some abnormally mild temperatures. We can even see a high of 70 down in Arkansas, as well as highs of 65, 54, 52. And as we move further up north, we can see lows of like 38, 35 in states like Michigan and Wisconsin. But here in Illinois, we're at oddly mild temperatures of 50 and 60. Like I said, I was expecting some pretty cold 30s and 20s. And if we're taking a look at our 5-day forecast, we can see that for the rest of this week, we're going to be in the pretty good 50s. Tomorrow we're going to see a high 53 with some sun, 50 on Friday, 54 on Saturday, and a high 55 on Sunday to end the weekend, all 3 days with cloud coverage, and to kick off next week with a high 58. However, there will be some rain coverage, which means that you might want to bring out the rain boots. And now, guys, it's time for entertainment with Taylor Musgrove.
Thanks, Brett. The notorious Charles Manson died November 19th at age 83. He was serving 9 life terms in California prisons when he passed away of natural causes. He was denied parole 12 times while incarcerated. Manson was the cult leader who started his violence August of 1969. Most of Manson's personal items will be on display at the Haunted Museum in Las Vegas. Jamie Sierra, a Chilean singer, is filing a lawsuit against anyone remotely connected to the Disney Frozen song Let It Go. He claims that the Disney song ripped off one of his own songs, Volar, which translates to fly in English. He is requesting royalties from Disney and the 2 singers of the song, Idina Menzel and Demi Lovato. Despite being in 2 different languages, Sierra claims that there are extreme similarities between the 2 songs. This, however, is not the first time Frozen, the highest grossing animated film of all time, has been sued. According to Fox News, a Peruvian author claimed Frozen plagiarized her own life story in 18 different ways from the story of her autobiography entitled Yearning of the Heart. Disney and Pixar films Coco brought in $13 million opening day from 3,987 theaters. Between the 2, Disney Animation Studios and Pixar claim the top 6 5-day Thanksgiving openings of all time. Directed by Lee Unkrich, Coco is about a 12-year-old boy who sets out to be a musician, though his family banned music for generations. Miguel then finds himself in the land of the dead and must unlock the secrets behind his family history.
Sounds like a good movie to me.
I know, I gotta go see it.
There's a lot of movies I want to see. Did you guys see the new trailer for Avengers?
I haven't, but I saw Justice League.
Ooh, Justice League.
It was alright, but I really want to see Avengers.
All right, I'll have to catch those. I'll have to catch those at some point. Anyway, after the break, we'll have an interview with a special guest.
And a campus convo with BUTV reporter Anthony Landel.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Hey, it's Ava, and this is Tess from Vivo's Do-It-Yourselfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old t-shirt.
It's not garbage, it's actually a brand new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's $5.47.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
From the Midwest to the Big Apple, Pete Lee is a comedian that's been making big strides across the U.S., appearing on national television shows, including The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, and he'll be stopping here on the Hilltop next. Let's tune in to the Student Center, where we have a member of ACBU to tell us a bit more about this exciting event.
I'm Anthony Landell here outside the Student Center Ballroom, where comedian Pete Lee will be performing tonight. Here I have with me is Catherine Folan, who is the coordinator of the event. Hello, Catherine. Can you tell us more about Pete Lee and what he will be performing tonight?
Sure. So Pete's a comedian originally from Wisconsin. Now he lives in New York, and that's kind of a lot of what his comedy centers around, is being a Midwesterner living in the big city. Most recently, he was featured on The Jimmy Fallon Show, as well as VH1's Best Week Ever and Last Comic Standing.
So why did ACBU decide to pick Pete Lee?
So when we choose our comedians, we attend a conference called the National Association of Campus Activities Conference. That's where we find all comedians and we get to watch them live. So Pete was one of the funniest comedians that we saw, and that's why we chose to bring him.
So can you tell us the difference between having a comedian on campus versus the casual speaker?
Sure. So a lot of speakers and lecturers often focus on more serious topics, oftentimes like slam poetry and motivational speaking, whereas comedians, you know, they're making jokes. It's a lot more a lighthearted event rather than a more serious topic.
And so Pete Lee is a stand-up comedian, correct?
Correct.
And so after the show, will there be a meeting of between students and Pete?
Yeah, so oftentimes our comedians are very open to taking pictures with students and talking to students after the show, so we anticipate that that'll happen again tonight.
So how long has the process taken to book Pete Lee?
So we booked him back in the spring, and we've been planning all through the summer and this semester to bring him. So the process takes a number of months, sometimes up to a year, so that's about how long we've been planning.
And I heard there was a little discrepancy in the scheduling. Could you please explain what happened there?
Sure. So the show was originally scheduled for 7 o'clock. There was a little bit of a transportation issue with Pete, so we decided to move the show back to 8 o'clock. So it is happening at 8 o'clock tonight.
8 o'clock tonight. Mm-hmm. And so it's here in the Student Center Ballroom, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Are you excited to see Pete Lee?
I'm very excited. I personally think he's probably one of the funniest comedians that I've ever seen. I did get the chance to see him live, and I think he's funnier than most, so I'm excited for our audience.
Do you think the audience will enjoy his laughter? Is his laughter kind of college humor?
Oh, for sure, college humor. I think it's the perfect choice. He was the perfect choice to bring to Bradley.
Okay, so once again, that's where and when?
That is going to be in the Student Center Ballroom at 8 o'clock tonight.
All right, you hit it there. Well, thank you so much, Catherine, for the wonderful information. I'm going to enjoy watching this comedian. It sounds like a great time. Remember, it's 8 o'clock here at the Student Center Ballroom. For BUTV News, I'm Anthony Landell. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Anthony. Before students headed home for Thanksgiving break, BUTV wanted to hear what students had to say about the holidays. Once again, Anthony Landell has more on this week's Campus Convos.
This week on Campus Convos, with Thanksgiving around the corner, we're here at the Student Center to ask some students some crazy Thanksgiving questions. Let's check it out. Guys, how many turkeys do you think are consumed on Thanksgiving?
Oh, wow. 47.
Only 47 turkeys are consumed each year.
70 million.
That's a lot.
Like 4 million.
That's a lot. The answer is 46 million. That's a lot. So you're very, very off, actually. So if the turkey could say one thing before it was eaten on your Thanksgiving dinner, what would it say?
More gravy.
Go eat me.
Gobble, gobble. Eat me up.
What's the most unusual food you've eaten on Thanksgiving?
Brussels sprouts.
That's unusual?
I think they're always unusual. Pasta. Yams.
Sweet potatoes with marshmallows?
Yeah, you've never heard. It's a thing.
No, it's not a thing. Marshmallows and sweet potatoes are not a thing. Have you ever had yams with marshmallows?
Yeah.
Are you serious? When did the first Thanksgiving take place?
1600 something. Close. Close.
1620.
Close.
Wow, those are some crazy questions. If you have any suggestions for our campus convos topic, you can tweet me at Anthony Landell. It's at the bottom of the screen there. Tweet me anything. We'll do anything. We just need some suggestions. So that's all for campus convos. I'm Anthony Landell for BUTV.
With an interest in learning more about Asian cultures outside of the classroom, Asian American Association has been busy all semester meeting to learn with and by each other with food and want to learn more. These students welcome everyone to learn and celebrate culture with them.
Focusing on one country every meeting, Asian American Association is working toward not only learning about cultures themselves, but expanding the knowledge and culture of Asia across campus. AAA member Misa Nagase tells us how and why she first got involved with the club.
I love cooking food, especially food that's Japanese, and I thought that AAA would be a great avenue for me to be able to cook more food and learn more about other Asian cultures too, so that's how I initially got started doing it.
Misa discredits any misconceptions about the organization and explains their main goal on campus.
I think it's like a misconception that you have to be like of Asian heritage to show up, and that's not true at all. We have like plenty of people who are not Asian who come too, which makes it really, really fun. I guess the point of the club is to expose other people to new cultures that they might not have known about. So it's really great when there's like a lot of people there who are learning new things.
With an event already in the works to celebrate Asian Heritage Month, Misa tells us a bit about what the club will be up to leading up to their event at the end of next semester.
I think we're gonna have a spicy food eating contest, which will be fun, and then other things like selling a little gyoza or like pot stickers in the student center leading up to that event. And then as far as the event, we'll have things like a movie showing, and other people can make presentations if they want to about their culture or about a different culture that they want to talk about.
For more information, you can contact Patrick Nguyen, or you can stop in at Bradley Hall, room 26, Wednesdays at 6 p.m. For BUTV News, this has been Michelle Rice.
Students of Bradley come together for a club that's fun but often puzzling.
The Bradley Puzzle Club is a group on campus that simply started with friends getting together. It seemed like a good idea, and the numbers have grown. So how did this group get started?
We wanted to start our own club, but we weren't sure what to start. And then Stanley, our president, actually, she bought a bunch of puzzles that were like, they were really pretty puzzles actually. And then she's like, let's just start a puzzle club. And we just filled out the form.
Puzzle Club is slowly increasing their numbers. The group seems to like this.
And since we're solving puzzles, you're not totally unwinding, so your brain is still like moving.
People of Puzzle Club were friendly and more than happy to take more members.
Through Puzzle Club, it was like expanding our small circle. And it's really nice to see how people are working together to solve this like gigantic puzzle. In our first meeting, we solved a 1,000-piece puzzle in less than an hour, which is commendable, really. We generally prefer 1,000 pieces because there are just a lot of people coming, and if the puzzle's any smaller, it'll just finish too early. And then we like puzzles that have like strange scenes in them. Like today's puzzle, we're doing one that has Edward Gorey art, and if you know his art, it's very strange. But it's nice to look at, and the puzzle's really interesting as you're solving it. You're trying to find the strange pieces in the scene. Just come right over. We meet here in the library, room 121, every Friday at 5 p.m.
Bradley Puzzle Club looks like a lot of fun, and they're looking for more people. If you're interested in joining the Bradley Puzzle Club, just go to their Facebook page at Bradley Puzzle Club. For BUTV News, I'm Josh Smith.
All right, here's Josh Smith again, reporting on a feel-good project that rocks.
If you've been out at a local park, or even just walking down the street, you might have seen an oddly painted rock. This would probably be the work of a local group, WTP Rocks. I contacted Lowy Park, the person who started this Facebook page, and asked how it all started.
It originally started, I think, on the East Coast
and it's just spread. And I thought it was such a neat activity that I wanted to bring it home to Central Illinois.
Loie discovered the Happiness Rocks movement while on a vacation. She decided to paint some rocks and then place them throughout various locations.
And I started a Facebook group called WTP Rocks, which stands for Woodford, Tazewell, Peoria counties, because I didn't want it to just be a small area.
Loie hid 25 rocks with WTP Rocks Facebook page written on it, hoping others would try their hand at this. At the time of making this piece for BUTV News, WTP Rocks has 7,970 members and is still growing.
And I went out and I hid my 25 rocks and told people, hey, join this Facebook group.
With WTP Rocks gaining momentum, I asked Loie what she would like to do next.
I would really at some point love to share all the stories, you know, because the stories I personally get to hear are amazing. And they bring a tear to your eye when you know that something as simple as painting a rock can change somebody's life. And I think that's the biggest joy that it brings to me.
For more on WTP Rocks, visit their Facebook page, WTP Rocks. For BUTV News, I'm Josh Smith.
Later, we'll see how the Braves did in sports the past week. I can't even speak. I'm just so sad that this is our last show. Sports the past week with Cassandra.
And a musical performance from a local high school band later on.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Okay, guys, so this semester we really slacked off on being BU Braves and going to games.
I
agree. So we have to go next semester.
I have not gone to one game, and I'm sorry.
I've been to a couple of soccer games.
Not one. I played video games. You call it these girls.
Well, in that case, let me give you a little bit of inside scoop of what has been going on with Bradley Braves. Before Thanksgiving break, the volleyball team ended its regular season at home playing Evansville and Indiana State. Erica Hasling had yet again another outstanding performance, leading the team with 20 kills and then 10 digs, alongside her teammate Alyssa Shavanik earning herself 7 kills and 4 blocks. The Braves were able to pull out the victory 3-0 on senior night. The next day, the team was not able to get the win for the senior, losing 3-0 against Indiana State. The club hockey team also competed before break, battling a very successful Iowa State team for 2 games. The first game, the Braves fought hard to get their first victory in 2 weeks. Number 2 Kylie Tintera and number 16 Cole Harris were key players as the Braves fell to the Cyclones 3-2. Moving on to the next day, Braves goalkeeper Logan Osborne was a key player in the second game of their weekend. As you can see, Iowa State took control of the puck a lot of the game, but Osborne was able to keep scoring to a minimum. The Braves fell into 2-1 in that second game. The team will lose out this semester's games on December 1st and 2nd against Northern Illinois University. I think that's a very good way to end the school year, the semester, to have some games. And this time, hopefully, Sam can attend those games.
Right. Terrible.
Probably not.
What type of brave are you?
I'm not even a real brave. Well, anyway, after I get my stuff together, after the break, we'll be seeing what events we have going on for the last week of classes.
And stick around for a unique musical performance you won't want to miss.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Let's check out what events are happening on campus these last few weeks of the semester. Tonight after the show, there will be a comedy show featuring Pete Lee. Pete is a comedian originating from Wisconsin whose comedic style centers on his overly friendly feminine character and upbringing. Pete has been featured on NBC's Last Comic Standing, has been a guest on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, and appeared on Fuse TV's Video on Trial and VH1's Best Week Ever. Starting tomorrow and continuing through the weekend, ACBU will be premiering Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk in the Marty Theater. The film stars many stars, including Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, and Harry Styles, and takes place in 1940 on the beach of Dunkirk in France. This is an emotional story and a visual masterpiece that is expected to be nominated for multiple Oscar awards. ACBU will be hosting singer and songwriter Lav on campus this Sunday, December 3rd at 8 p.m. Lav is known for many newly released singles, including I Like Me Better, and is also known for collaborations with artists like DJ Snake, Demi Lovato, and Cheat Codes. Lav is touring with Ed Sheeran currently, but will be stopping at Bradley to perform this weekend. You must have your Bradley ID to enter, but it should be an amazing performance.
Well, that's it for BUTV News this semester. I'm Taylor Musgrove.
I'm Brett Griffin.
I'm Cassandra Torres.
And I am Sam Colmeyer. One last time, we leave you tonight with a performance from a local band, the Blank Scares. Have a great night. Thanks for a great semester. And we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Something's off about my hair today. Everything about my outfit sucks. Just think of what they'll say when I walk in like this. Why do do I care so much? God, here come my friends, what will they think of me? They're probably thinking about my lack of style. I'm too scared to move, what should I do? I'm gonna lose it. I guess that I'll just stand here for a while. Anxiety, it swallows me, something that I don't believe. And I've begun to be an angsty teen, always blowing off my homework, barely catching the Z's. And I don't know, was I supposed to know? So call again, please, cause this line's busy, caught up in other problems and what people are thinking. I don't know, still don't know, do I know? I'm trying hard to find the fragments, bits of me, but it's kind of hard when I'm so worried about nothing. Call again, please, I wonder what people are thinking. Call again, please, I wonder what people are thinking. This I wish I knew when I was younger. 16-year-olds are not mature at all, and when you're on the brink of such a stepping stone, it makes you feel the world is pretty small. It makes you think we've got a lot of problems, like politics and climate change and war. And sometimes I just can't tell what I'm feeling. Sometimes I think I won't feel anymore. The galaxy could swallow me, insignificant and horribly petty. I've begun to be an angsty teen, always blowing off my homework, barely catching the Z's. And I don't know, was I supposed to know? So call again, please, cause this line's busy, caught up in other problems and what people are thinking. I don't know, still don't know, do I know? I'm trying hard to find the fragments, bits of me, but it's kind